Hey guys, I just wanted to take a moment to talk to you about podcasting and why I think it's really important to become a guest. So maybe you're thinking, what? Why do I need to become a guest? I just want to start this podcast of mine already. I've been thinking about it for years and years. I get it. And I've got 2 podcasts. But if I could take my own advice, I would do it all over again and I would spend a lot of time hitting the podcast circuit and being really targeted about the type of podcasts that I would be on as a guest. And so that's what this is about, why we can gain so much, especially as women, and save so much time and get our time back and get way more bang for our buck being on podcasts as a guest. And then later, of course, you can start your own podcast. And if you're just dying to do it now, just make sure you have, I don't know, at least 8 hours extra in your week to make sure that your podcast gets off the ground and gets the attention that it needs. But also don't discount the time that you should focus on becoming a guest, because there is so much to gain from it and there's nothing to lose. It's that important. So this whole video is going to be about why guesting can help you, because I have a course coming out and I want to explain it and I want to get some comments from you guys and I want to get the beta thing going so that this course can grow. And it's just near and dear to my heart. I see women spinning their wheels, wasting energy on things that don't render the kind of results that they could get if they did take the time to get everything set up and become guests and step into their power, step into your authority, really, and gain more authority online very quickly, very quickly. That's what this video is about. So stay tuned. Just coming to you to chat a little bit about being on podcasts as a guest. As you may know, that I've been talking about the course that I'm putting together, which is to help you easily become a guest on another person's podcast, which the benefit of that for us, especially busy moms, busy women, is there's so much more bang for your buck versus trying all the traditional things with social media, blogging, having your own podcast even. It's way less effort to borrow from somebody else's audience, have them give you that authority and lend the spotlight to you. You're the guest. It's all about you. And so they're saying this person is worthy of being on the show. This person is an expert. And so their trusted, loyal audience, they're going to sit there. They're going to listen for 20 to 40 minutes, depending on the podcast host length. You're in the spotlight. It's all about you for that entire time. Yes, the host is going to ask questions and that kind of thing. But if you pick the right type of podcast and you pick one that has your audience, the benefits for you are amazing, because you get to speak about the thing or things that you want to be known as an expert in, or are known, but you want to amplify that. And so when you're discussing those things along with your name, they're going to link back to you in their show notes, back to your website, back to your lead page, where you're collecting email to download stuff or to watch a video, whatever the free thing is that you're serving people, that's all going to be showing up in their show notes typically. And then the benefit of that, this is something people don't really talk about, you're going to get that backlink is worth a lot of money. So a lot of these podcasters, even if they've only had their podcast for a year or two, that podcast is sitting out there and linking to other people. Those people are linking back to them. So if you have people on your show as guests and they have a big audience or a website that's been around together or around for a while, that link back to the podcast is worth money, and vice versa. So they're linking, you're cross-linking. It's called backlinking, right? So PR agencies people pay $2,000, $3,000, up to $10,000 and more to get mentioned on podcasts, magazine articles, online articles, blog posts, videos, social media, because often when you're on as a guest or appearing, your name appears along with a link, and that link goes to whatever your online presence is. And so the benefit of that to you as somebody who needs clients, needs lead generation, and needs to build your authority, maybe you're just getting started in something, you've done something your whole career, and maybe you're taking a piece of what you've done your whole career and you're going to make that your business. Or maybe it's a hobby and you've done something else your whole life. So if somebody Googles you, they're going to come up with your 9 to 5 corporate thing, but you want to be known more for this other new thing. The way to really get that juice going, the link juice, the findability through Google, is to be on these podcasts, have them link back to you. So you've got podcasts with authority. The authority is like a real term. Alexa ranking. There's something called Alexa, and it ranks podcasts and gives them domain authority. And the longer you've been around, the more people who've linked to you and landed on your website and linked back, like your authority goes up. And so this is one quick way to have people type in your name and type in maybe a couple of keywords and have you come up in a search because you've been on multiple podcasts and they've linked back to you. So it's one way to strengthen all of that and save you a ton of time. This is way, way more effective than a lot of hit or miss social media campaigns that take a lot of your energy creating new content, coming up with things, and then poof, they're gone like in a day, or depending on the platform, maybe a week at the most, right? So this is evergreen. Whenever somebody types in your name and your topic, they're going to get a link to that podcast and then the podcast show notes. So this is one thing that I wanted to mention because it's so super valuable. And being on podcasts doesn't cost you money. There are podcasters that charge, but most of them don't. And so the benefit is you're just doing the front end piece, which is what a lot of my course is about, is like, what are the things that you need in place before you pitch yourself to these podcasts? And how do you figure out which podcasts are the right ones for you to try to be on? Because being on the wrong podcast is not really going to help you find your niche audience. So that's really important. And what is it that you can do once you've gotten on? What can you do to leverage your appearance? How do you get the most out of that? And that's what this course is all about. And so we're going to talk about repurposing. We're going to talk about how to amplify the appearances that you have and to really get the most bang for your buck and start getting leads, start getting more doors opening and more opportunities and people finding you and seeing you, truly seeing you as an expert in the thing that you want to be known for. So if this interests you, I would love to hear from you. I have an early sign-up list for this course. This is a course that's going to be under $100 when it comes out. And if you want to send me some questions that you have around podcasting or any fears that you may have, I would love to hear from you. And if you reach out, again, I'll put that in the show notes here and also the info on YouTube. But if you want to find out, if you want to reach out and share your thoughts with me, like what does this bring up for you? I would love to know. And if I incorporate that or can use that for the course, I would love to send you a 30% for the course once it launches. And I would just love to hear from you. I really want to get some case studies going. I would like to have people in my beta so that this thing can keep getting stronger and helping more women, because I feel like there aren't enough women on podcasts. There aren't enough women podcast hosts. There aren't enough women guests. And this is something that can really benefit us as women and as mothers and caregivers, because it can give us our time back and it can help us work smarter, not harder. And it can really build a very professional personal brand. So please do look for the link in the show notes and in the info on YouTube. And again, this is Steph Roberts, and I will see you on the next episode. Take care.